Contrasted with the all-new Apple Watch Ultra, the Apple Watch Series 8 looks somewhat natural, and that is on the grounds that it generally is the equivalent smartwatch as last year, both remotely and inside, with a small bunch of new increases that hope to entice more established Apple Watch proprietors as opposed to Series 7 proprietors. The inquiry is, with cost climbs in numerous areas all over the planet, is the Apple Watch Series 8 worth the cost? Or on the other hand, would it be a good idea for you to search for a similarly as competent Series 7? Well, design and show. Indistinguishable design to the Series 7, continuously in plain view, agreeable to wear. Assuming that you're in any capacity acquainted with the Apple Watch, you'll immediately perceive the Apple Watch Series 8. Apple has consistently involved a comparative design for its wearable, and obviously, that hasn't changed for this present year. In the event that it ain't destitute, don't fix it, correct? Obviously, Apple has improved the design throughout the long term, extending the presentation and contracting the bezels. However, that is not valid for the Series 8, which appears to be indistinguishable from its ancestor. What you truly do get is two variations of Series 8 in 41mm and 45mm housing, with Apple's bended rectangular aluminum body that makes a close to consistent joint with the unpretentiously bended showcase that is matched with the computerized crown wheel, utilized for looking over, and a multi-capability side button on the left. It's accessible 12 p.m., starlight, silver and item red tones, yet the blue and green completions of the Series 7 are no more. The principal feature of the Series 8 design is the marginally bended showcase, estimating in at either 1.6 in or 1.9 in relying upon the packaging you settle on. However, it stays unaltered. It's as yet noteworthy with thin bezels, clear tones, and an amazing pinnacle brightness of 1000 nits that makes it simple to involve even in brilliant daylight. Smart features and WatchOS S8 chipset brings immaterial performance gains. Auto accident location. WatchOS 9 adds significant updates. With a close indistinguishable design and build to its ancestor, it very well may be difficult to recognize what's happening with the current year's wearable. The clearest move up to the Apple Watch Series 8 is in the processor division with Apple's S8 chipset. However, in real use there's no distinction in performance between the Series 7 and Series 8. The two smartwatches feel comparably responsive, with applications and gadgets stacking in a flash, and there's no lift to generally speaking battery duration as may be obvious. This can work related to an associated iPhone, using sensors of the two gadgets to decide key data like area, bearing of movement and levels of deceleration, and hand off this to crisis responders as a pre-recorded message. It'll continuously associate with your smartwatch first, regardless of whether an iPhone is close by, as your iPhone might have been lost in the accident. Those that select a cell variation of the Apple Watch Series 8 can likewise anticipate global wandering help interestingly, with Apple guaranteeing that the usefulness ought to work in any locale where your transporter has voice over LTE support. Well-being and wellness following. New ovulation following usefulness for family arranging. Temperature checking around evening time. New multi-sport practice following. While there probably won't be many new smart features from the current year's wearable, Apple has supported the Series 8's well-being and wellness following abilities. That chiefly comes as another temperature sensor that tracks your benchmark temperature as you rest, making you aware of increments or diminishes in temperature just 0.1 Celsius. Apple says this builds the precision of rest following, as your veins expand and increment bloodstream to the furthest points as you rest. However, that is not the principal justification behind its incorporation. Temperature sensor to the side. The Apple Watch Series 8 is more competent than any other time in recent memory with regards to well-being and wellness following. The organization's particular development following rings are available, observing your development, exercise, and stand hours over the course of the day. With WatchOS 9, the Apple Watch at last offers legitimate rest following profound center, REM, and waking periods followed as the night progressed. Battery duration and charging. 18 hours of battery on a solitary charge. New low-power mode broadens battery at the expense of usefulness. Full charge in about 60 minutes. The Series 8 remaining parts practically unaltered in the battery duration division, with Apple actually going for the gold of purpose on a solitary charge, a figure that generally paired my experience. However, I could extract barely 24 hours from a charge without devoted wellness following. Obviously, battery duration is impacted by various elements, including the gadgets you use on your watch face, how frequently you use watch applications, the number of warnings you that get, GPS and wellness following, and, surprisingly, taking biometric readings, so your mileage might well shift.